Hello, happy people, and welcome back to another episode of 65 and Counting. I'm your host, Adam Fry. I'm a certified Medicare planner, and I'm here to ask the important questions that you want answered by industry professionals. This show is for everyone and anyone coming up on that important milestone of 65 years old. That means retirement, it means Medicare eligibility, or it means that you're just plain interested in the world of retirement planning. Whatever it is, on this show, you'll hear from the people that know it best. Very, very special episode for you guys today. I've got Anthony Miguel, our first outside industry professional on the show, and he's from Cigna. And he's coming in to talk to us about what he does with Cigna and his partnership with American Retirement Advisors. He helps our clients every day. We'll get to hear an outside perspective on how American Retirement Advisors stands out in helping Medicare eligible people navigate through Medicare plan selection and their retirement needs. But first, we are right in the middle of AEP, and there's only a few weeks left. So our appointment slots are filling up fast. So if you haven't had your plan reviewed yet, what are you waiting for? If we've sent you a recommendation that it's time to make a change, give us a call so we can bring you in for an appointment, virtually that is, and review to get you onto the most appropriate plan for the new year. Also, don't forget to check our website, www.123easymedicare.com, for upcoming workshops and registration, or just give the office a call at 602-281-3898, and we'd be more than happy to help. But without any further delay, it is my pleasure to introduce our first ever outside industry professional, Anthony from Cigna. Here he is, everyone. And here he is, everyone. We have Anthony Miguel from Cigna live right here. Anthony, how are you doing today?
I got to tell you, Adam, I'm doing absolutely phenomenal. This morning when I woke up, I was like, it's another beautiful day. So thank you for having me here today with you. American Retirement Advisors. Every time I walk into this place, it's just exciting. It's fun and it's family. I mean, the love is felt. As soon as I walk into David Shaver's office, he's so friendly. Get to meet little Rex and just have fun. So happy to be here.
I love the optimism. It's been quite a year, hasn't it?
It certainly has, much like a roller coaster, because when it first started, I was just business as usual. But then my wife comes home and she starts telling me about, oh my goodness, we need this, this, and this from the grocery, and I can't find anything, even toilet paper. So I was like, okay, I think we're going to be okay. But, it continued for the next couple of weeks. So I find myself a few weeks later in a Costco line, wrapped around the building, waiting in line for what? Toilet paper.
Wow.
But where we find ourselves today, I think it's kind of eased out a little bit. There's much more things that we've been able to do. We've even gotten to take a vacation to California. So we do keep safe. That's one thing that we do. And it goes back to what my mom taught us. My mom is a retired registered nurse. And from a kid, she always says, wash your hands and don't touch your face. So that's something that we continue today. It's just a new piece of the mask.
Right. That's exactly what we've been doing here, and the vacations are great. I've just had to kind of adjust my vacations to outdoors instead of indoor activities, which surprisingly, it's a lot of fun. It helped me find some new hobbies. But let's bring this in. Let's focus a little bit more on Medicare here. Tell us a little bit about your background. How did you find your way to Cigna and to working with Cigna?
Well, as I think back, I used to be in the restaurant industry, customer service. That's something I bring into my new industry with here in insurance. But where I first began in the insurance industry was with an employer brokerage firm. I was actually selling employee benefits to employer groups around Maricopa County. Through those endeavors, I met a manager at Cigna with a group that we had sold and that we worked together on. Well, one thing led to another. There was an interview and an option available at Cigna, and that's where I am today. I've worked through a number of divisions with Cigna, and today I'm in their Medicare Advantage division. That's what's brought me to the new relationship, or not new, but the long relationship that I've had with American Retirement Advisors with Medicare Advantage.
That's great. So Tell us a little bit more about your role with not American Retirement Advisors, but your role with Cigna. What is it exactly that you do?
It's a great question because there are two avenues that we take. First was Cigna, because I am an employer for Cigna. I work in their Medicare division, and I'm a broker sales representative. So all of Maricopa County, there's agents and agencies that I work with. But then I also have a role at American Retirement Advisors because they are one of our largest, most connected partners that we have. So David Schaefer, under his leadership with his team, there are things that we do sometimes on a daily, a weekly, and definitely monthly basis, because we both have a collective goal of serving the customer, of giving everything that we have to the customer to give them the care and the coverage that they need, but also to give them peace of mind. So those are kind of the two roles that work hand in hand. One is being an employee of Cigna, but also working with agency partners like American Retirement Advisors.
Well said. And out of all the agencies and agents that you work with, what in your eyes makes the certified Medicare planners at American Retirement Advisors stand out? From an outsider looking in, what makes us special?
Well, it's going to come from the history that I've had with David Schaefer and his team. I met David Schaefer over 10 years ago, and through that time we worked together. And I had to understand that David had always worked with a sense of urgency, and I understood the professionalism in the amount of time and effort that he put into every single customer. And so through that learning, it kind of came over with me from my restaurant industry working in customer service, because I too would go above and beyond what was usually requested or asked of from a customer, and I found that in David Schaefer and his team. So with that, I'm going to say American Retirement, they're so unique in everything they do, whether it's coming in for workshops where they're going to be given some education, whether it's coming in for an enrollment where they do a full and vast deep dive on the benefits that are going to be available to you and the options that you have, but then also through the enrollment and the service that continue with the customer wants to become a client of American Retirement Advisors. I believe this agency here that we're representing today they're flawless, and in my opinion, number one.
And what motivates you most to do what you do over at Cigna, and what motivates you to participate in this relationship with American Retirement Advisors? So what's your prime motivation here?
My motivation is going to be passion for people. I absolutely love people. And when I got into a position, I've always worked with people. I love being out there and doing something hands-on. And when I came into this position, it was very people oriented. So first it starts with the agent, it expands into the agency, and then I do get to touch our customers. And I absolutely love people and helping them. So anyone that's ever had like under 65 coverage or through an employer group coverage, it's very different when you get into Medicare. It's almost been spoken of as learning English and knowing how to speak English, and then now having to learn Japanese. So being able to be there with David Schaefer, his advisors, his team, yourself, going out to people that are saying, okay, Medicare is new to me, what do I do? And that's really a passion that we can get up every single day knowing that there are many people, whether they're just turning 65, whether they're lost their employer group coverage, maybe they receive assistance through the state or the federal government, and we know that they have questions and we have answers to help them.
What do you think the most challenging part of the job is?
Most challenging, I think, for any industry, any company, any business is going to be when issues arise. I mean, nothing is perfect. We all know that. We go through it every day because live in a broken world. But the thing that really motivates me is knowing that there's an issue and there's resolution that's available. And so when I speak of that, I speak of the phenomenal team that we have right here in Phoenix, Arizona of Cigna. And there's all these different divisions, if it's supervisors, if it's managers, if it's customer service, or even if it's clinical teams. We know that we have a customer that's in need, and we have all these different branches of folks that can come in and help. And so, yes, the biggest challenge is when an issue arises, but the greatest result is when we get the teams involved to be able to help and resolve the issue.
And you do such a good job at resolving those issues. You are so accessible that, I've experienced it myself, and all the other certified Medicare planners here have as well. As if there's an issue with a client and something going on with Cigna, we give you a call, and before the end of the day, usually we have a resolution, if not first thing the following day. And it's great that we have that relationship with you, and relationships like that with people like you at all the carriers. It really allows American retirement advisors to solve problems fast and make things very easy for our clients. And it's very rewarding. And I want to know, what's the most rewarding thing about what you do?
Most rewarding. It's got to be when I walk into the office, like I just said here this morning, and I see David Schaefer sitting at his desk, and just the friendship that we have. It's love. I'll tell you the truth. The other thing is the end user, the customer. There's been many times over my 13-year tenure with Cigna that I've been able to talk to and even visit with a customer that's on our plan, and to know that we care so much about them. And also that American Retirement Advisors, when it's their client as well, and they care so much about them, and then to see the gratitude that comes from the individual that we're helping. That's got to be it.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit more about Cigna. I want to know, so we have thousands of happy clients that have fallen in love with Cigna Medical Group in Phoenix. And I want you to tell us a little bit about that. Tell us about its unique approach to care.
Yeah, so to set the landscape of the Cigna Medical Group, which has been serving the Valley here for almost 50 years, they're phenomenal. And I say that, yes, I work for Cigna, but I've watched them firsthand. It's unique because, like I mentioned, my mom is a retired registered nurse. I used to go to the clinic where she worked in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And so I knew a little bit about, clinics and getting together with different clinicians in one setting. But then I come over here and I see Cigna Medical Group inside and out. And it's very unique because the doctors and clinicians are hired to serve and to care for the patients. They're not running a business, they're caring 100% for the patients. The other thing that's unique about them is that they employ a team approach. So for every medical doctor, there's a registered nurse, there's a medical assistant, there's some specialists as well, but also a clinical pharmacist, which is very unique and amazing right here in Phoenix, Arizona. The other thing that sets them apart is that they're multifaceted. They have 20 different facilities throughout the Valley, and many of them have multiple services under one roof. So you can go in to see your medical doctor. They can prescribe a medication. You can pick it up on your walkway out. Also, for your lab work, that can be ordered by your physician, and you can also have your labs done on site. They have many other services depending on which location you're going to for vision, hearing. They even have urgent care in a couple of locations. So they're very unique in their offering, and also to their model of care, saying that we don't just take a one clinician approach, we take a team approach.
Right. It's always better when you're working with a team, and it's like a one-stop shop. I really do like that. That is something that we have yet to experience out here in Las Vegas, but I know in Phoenix people absolutely love that. And obviously right now we're right in the middle of the annual election period of AEP. Can you tell us a little bit about what AEP looks like over there at Cigna?
Yeah, totally. AEP is the biggest time of the year for a carrier, especially when you're talking about Medicare Advantage, because it happens every fall. And we know that the planning, which begins in February, because Cigna has a contract with the federal government, so the bid each and every year must be submitted. So Cigna's been working since February. Today it is September 1st. We're moving into the fall period, which is going to be annual enrollment period, and everything, all of our focus right now is driving to that time, because we have current customers and we have benefits that are designed to help them to one, get the highest quality care that they can receive, but also with cost containment in mind. With the current environment that we find ourselves in, budget is on everybody's mind. So I believe Cigna has done a phenomenal job for that. And I know there's going to be some great things that we'll be able to share soon for 2021. But to your question about the AEP, the same thing here at American Retirement Advisors. There's so much that work that goes into saying, who are our clients, who are our customers, and what are their needs? And we're going to work together very hard, long hours during the night, even on the weekends, to make sure that we're prepared So when the date begins, October the 15th, where individuals can then make a change for the new year, that we're ready. And we have the information that they need to make good, sound decisions.
And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. And it's okay if you can't tell us anything, but I want to know, are there any new or exciting things coming out for 2021 that you can tell us about today, or are we going to have to wait?
Great question. I love it. The anticipation still rises because we're not able to right now release 2021 benefits. I can tell you that things are looking good. So we'll be very excited to share that with you coming soon.
That's great. And we are so excited to hear that. And I just want to know one more thing from you. We've been getting a lot of calls in and a lot of emails with questions about dental coverage. And I want to know if there's anything you can tell us in regards to Cigna Medicare Advantage about dental.
Yeah, dental is great. And the way that Cigna has broken it out is one is preventive, which we build into our plans, and the other one is comprehensive. So the comprehensive dental piece is an optional benefit that customers have to choose if they would like. The cool thing about the comprehensive is that individuals that are on our Medicare Advantage medical plan can add at any time. Once they're enrolled, they can add at any time. The other thing is there's no waiting period for maximum work to be done. And the key here, the big ticker, is that there's no annual maximum. So when an individual comes in and says, I have some dental work to be done, they're not capped at a certain limit, whether it be $1,500 or $2,000 with Cigna. There's no annual maximum.
That's great. And so you're saying that if somebody signs up with one of those Cigna Medicare Advantage plans and they don't select that optional benefit, but they want to add it later on, they can?
Yes, they can. And the whole scenario kind of plays itself out that somebody enrolls, like coming into the AEP right now. David Schaefer, his advisors and his team are going to have lots and lots of enrollments that are going to begin January 1st of 2021. Now, many of those folks may say, I just want the medical coverage for now. But then when we get into April or May of 2021, things change. As we know, when we saw this year in March, things definitely changed. So the same thing in our lives and with our situations, things change. So in that month, whatever the month may be, they can add the dental at any time.
Great. And I just want to know, before we finish up here, is there anything that you want our viewers to know or to think about? Did I leave anything out?
The one thing that I would leave your viewers with are the names behind the people that serve them. And it starts with David Schaefer, his team of advisors and his team that just every time they come into this office, everybody's always, they're moving, they're shaking, they're smiling. It's just wonderful to come into a buzz of an office where they're saying, you know what, our core mission is to help the people around us. And there's many folks that have a lot of questions. And to have a team like we have right here at American Retirement Advisors is so special. And also I'll just say for myself here at Cigna, we also have a team. And so collectively together, American Retirement Advisors and Cigna, we're here to serve you.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Anthony. It's a pleasure working with you and with people like you at all the carriers. Again, you're here to help us solve the problems and, let us know what's going on with Cigna. And I am so happy we got to this time today to kind of talk about Cigna and we got to interview. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's been my pleasure. I really thank you. It just really touts the relationship that we have together. There's so much appreciation and wonderful to spend the time with you this morning. Thank you.
Great. Well, you have a great week and a great and easy rest of your AEP. Wow. That interview was a big deal, folks. That was the first time we've had a representative from an insurance carrier on the show. Now remember, American Retirement Advisors looks at all your options, including Cigna. So be sure to check out our workshops or call in if you have any questions and to find out what the most appropriate carrier and plan is for specifically you. That's all I have for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow our page. And share this video with all your friends. So have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next Monday.